Hey crew, it's Bit, and I'm back on another reaction video. Today we're going to be checking out a brand new one from Brabo Gator. This is By Myself. Let's dig in and see what's up.
Feel like I live inside a world where I do not belong.
Huh.
I put this mask over my face and act like nothing's wrong. Anyone I ever try to love because we're drawn. Soon as I realize that they're ugly, I start moving on. I'm by myself again. I'm by myself again. Looking in the mirror at my only friend. Yeah, I'm by myself again. My tears been begging for a shoulder. Been through hell, my heart is smoldered. Every flame just makes it colder, yeah. And all the gold I had on it just melted. That's why people do not value me. They just label me selfish, yeah. Never done so much wrong that you don't pray. People know there's something going on, but they don't stay. Wake up in the morning, but it feels like an old day. Another broken record, but the record won't play. Stuck in my old ways, act like I'm okay. Innocent so dead, it's a cold case. All the built up pain about the avalanche. I can't afford another snowflake. I'm sick.
Alright. There's a whole lot going on in this song, right? Your boy's not happy with the direction his life is going in. And I'm gonna step on some toes here because a lot of the time, not all of the time, but a lot of the time, that is because the choices that we are making, right? It is because we are attracting into our lives the things which we live out in our lives. And so if you're putting on a front that you're hard, then you're going to be bringing in people who are putting on a front that they're hard. And it's really hard to be vulnerable if you have to keep up this front all the time that you're some tough guy or that you're some rich guy or whatever your front happens to be, right? Like, I do tough guy because that was what I did for a long time, right? Don't get it twisted, and don't ever think that just because I don't act tough that I couldn't just do the same things I used to do. But I no longer project the persona of being this dude that you just don't want to talk to. I no longer project the persona of being this dude that is not going to take any nonsense off of you, right? I'm going to listen to you because that is who I project now. And because that is who I became, that is who I attracted into my life. And the people who are now a part of my life are solid in a manner that they were not when I was putting on this persona that I was this guy that, yes, that was an aspect of me, but I made that all of me, right? And so a lot of the time when you can't find people solid is because you're not being solid, right? If you're not being true and honest and vulnerable, you're not going to attract true and honest and vulnerable. If you're putting on a front, and I understand the game, right? It's an industry, it's a game. And so I understand that you have to project this persona, right? You have to. That's the problem, right? You're not going to attract people who are right in your life if you're putting out the persona of wrong. It's just not going to happen. And I'm never casting judgment on these people, right? The people who are singing about their vulnerabilities. I'm not ever judging them. I'm always discussing the things that arise in my life that I think about because of that. When I wasn't having the people in my life and they would just fade away when shit got tough, it's because I wasn't living right. And that's something that's hard for people to admit, right? If you're not living out your values don't come into your life.
Second guessing what's inside of me, the better man I try to be, got murdered silently.
See, and that's it. You're trying to be the better man, right? When you try, you miss. You have to cultivate it, right? It has to become second nature. And that's not to say don't try, right? That's not what I'm saying. Like, you don't fight depression, you beat it, right? You don't let depression have a piece of your life and then it goes away. And that's never to say it's completely gone, right? It is still a fight. It is still a thing. But if you're waking up with the mindset that I have to fight this today, you're gonna fight this today. If you wake up with the mindset that I am thankful for my blessings and my trials, and you start cultivating being thankful for your blessings and your trials, then your trials have less effect on your mental state. And because you're thankful, you're looking at those trials as, all right, what do I need to learn from this? And when you get that piece of knowledge out of it, then your life gets better. It's no longer a depressing thing when the bad things happen, because you're looking for what you're supposed to be learning from that situation. And when you find it, that's a great thing. You get that endorphin rush, and it really verifies to you that you're doing the right thing. It's less of a continuous fight. If you're having to continually try, right? If it's a continuous thing that I have to make an extra effort to do this, it's because you're not cultivating it. You're presenting it, right? Cultivating is taking it into your mind, into your soul, and making it part of who you are, and figuring out how to appreciate that thing, right? It's hard to appreciate sadness, but sadness is a thing that clues you into something, right? All right, I'm getting off on a rant.
No reviving me. I try to see the light, but it's so dark. See forgiveness, but it's so hard. These tats are band-aids, I'm so scarred. This world I'm in don't know my heart. Feel like I live inside a world where I do not belong. I put this mask over my face and act like nothing's wrong. Anyone I ever try to love becomes withdrawn. Soon as I realize that they're ugly, I start moving on. I'm by myself again.
As soon as I realize they're ugly, I start moving on. Listen, everybody has ugly in them. Every single person on the planet has ugly in them, because that is part of the lesson. To learn not to do that, not to be the ugly. And if you're giving up on everybody as soon as they start showing the ugly, then that is them being vulnerable and you saying no. And you can't attract people who are going to be vulnerable and honest in your life if you're shutting them down when they do. Now, depending on the level of ugly, right? There's ugly and then there's ugly. And like, some people have some issues that need to be worked out. And some people have some issues that need to get wood chippered. And that's two completely different things. But if it's just the ugly that's normal, that everybody has, then you got to fight a little bit, right? It shouldn't be this excessive fight where you have to make it this whole thing where y'all are constantly in argument about it. If it should be a, hey, let's help each other identify these things about ourselves and be examples of how to better ourselves. But if you're just giving up when somebody shows ugly, and you're already tuning it out, they pick up on that too, right? And so they know that if you're looking for that and you know that you're about to bounce out, right? When you see that, like, you're looking at it as you go into the relationship as, I'm going to find this thing and I'm going to bounce out when I do. And they pick up on that too. Right? You're not the only one that picks up on subtle clues. And I'm not addressing Brabo here, right? This is a greater issue that's just a discussion.
I'm by myself again, looking in the mirror at my only friend. Yeah, I'm by myself. All these thoughts creep up when it's bedtime. My mind going full speed, everything red line. Need to make time for myself, but I can't cause of deadlines. Running from these crowds and my name's on the headline. I have no sanctuary, mental health comes secondary. They won't see my magnitude till the day I'm dead and buried. Everybody wants beef when you're focused on peace. Inbox full of people asking why I won't speak. Bringing back the old me means that I'm bothered. The old me can't be a husband or father. I know.
Now that I like. That's what I'm talking about. Asking me why I won't go back, because the old me can't be what I need to be. I know that feeling. The old me can't be the man that turned out the kids that I did. He couldn't. So he had to die. That old man had to go. That was me. He had to go. And so I get that one. That's a good one. I love that shit. I love that shit a lot right there, because the old me, the guy I used to be, we wouldn't be having the discussions we had. Like, we wouldn't be talking about these things. We wouldn't be talking about feelings. We wouldn't be talking about goals and manifestation and God and all the things that we talk about. That wasn't me. The old me was make that money, babe. Make that money and break them heads. That was all life was about.
People asking why I won't speak. Bringing back the old me means that I'm bothered. The old me can't be a husband or father. I know it hurt. I can still feel the pain in my vein when I listen to a throwback verse. You can label me a bitch, I don't give two shits. Going back to the old me is so much worse. These knife wounds came in typhoons. My back bruised, but my eyes. And
if the people you lost are the people who are wanting you to go back to that, then they're well worth it. You are well rid of them people. It doesn't be by yourself rather than with them. Every time, every time, every time.
Zoom, don't phony shit, fake homie shit. Should've cut you off when I know the shit. But I'ma own the shit and learn from my faults. Got involved with some snakes and I know that's wrong. Had love for the weak, just know that's gone. From now on, I ain't putting no one on. Cause I feel like I live inside a world where I do not belong. I put this mask over my face and act like nothing's wrong. Anyone I ever try to love because we're...
And see, that's where I differ too. Like, I was debating on whether to say anything or not. But like, I'm trying to put everybody on. But my focus is putting on the people who want to be right. Right? I'm not putting energy into the wrong ones that are trying to pull me back into a life. But I am putting my energy into the ones that want to move forward. That is a thing that is happening. And so for me, it was a better investment of my energy to change myself to become what I wanted to attract in my life all the way through, and then put my energy into what I attract. That's the goals. Instead of the people that hold me back and that are just suctioning off the energy. I want to see everybody involved, right? I want to see everybody win, though. Like, if everybody decided to do right and love God and love their neighbor, we would all be better off.
Realize that the ugly, I start moving on. I'm by myself again. I'm by myself again. Looking in the mirror at my only friend. Yeah, I'm by myself again.
Sometimes it is better to be by yourself. And that is a real deal thing. Alright, y'all make sure y'all get back over to Brabo Gator's page and give him a like, share, and a sub. Throw him a comment. Let him know you appreciate what he is doing. I am down for all these independent artists. Everybody out there trying to make a change for the better in the industry. I'm with it. Everybody out there talking about emotions, whether it's good, bad, whatever. Like, if you're out there actually discussing real shit. I'm not talking about beefs. I don't mess with beefs. I like people talking their smack. I like people talking about what they went through and how they got to overcome it. Why their lives are changing. What I want to change in my life. Those are the songs I like. And so this was great. I loved it. He was recognizing something in himself that he did not appreciate. And he is trying to change that. Like, I always want to say, like, I'm never judging anybody. I'm not a judger, right? I'm here to help people. I'm here to talk to people and have a reasonable talk about things. And I just love seeing this. And so when I see something that makes me talk, I talk, because it helps people to know that you're not going through it by yourself, that you're not the only one that had these dark thoughts or has these dark thoughts. Everybody's got ugly in them. Everybody's got problems. It's whether or not you are willing to work on them problems. If you're willing to work on them problems, then by all means, we will work on problems. But if you ain't willing to work on no problems, then you can bounce on out, because this is the place where problems get fixed around here. Anyways, I'm going off on another rant. This was great. Bravo, thank you so much for this. I appreciate it. It was great music. The music was great. The message was great. The visuals were hot. Everything was wonderful about it. And so, thank you so much for this. Y'all make sure y'all get back over there and show some love to the crew. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, I love you. You're perfect, whole, and complete just the way that you are. And this has been Pittstake. Peace.